Hey everyone, thanks for checking out this channel again. We're going to set up a diesel heater. I bought this thing off eBay. It's called the OMT or DMT or something along those lines. I'm not sure, but we're going to unbox it, see what it's got. I've got, I believe, everything out I'm going to need. Drill, hole saw, extra size bits, thermal wrap, through hole, wood screws, beer, 12-volt battery. The reason I'm installing this one is because that buddy heater is not cutting it anymore. It's been running an hour and a half and it's only 41 degrees in here. That's Fahrenheit for any Canadians watching. So I'm going to go ahead and start unboxing this thing, see what we can come. Well, they really taped it. There we go. So I went with this one over the Vivor, not because of reviews or anything, but actually because I just hadn't seen one yet. I think we're just gonna slide this out. Has an instruction manual. That's OMT, not DMT. Oops. Yeah, there's another box in here. This must be the exhaust and intake. All right, let's get a look at it. So they claim 8 kilowatts out of these. I don't know how accurate that actually is. Looks pretty basic like all the other ones. Not sure what your viewpoint looks like here. Let me get behind it. So I like the quick connects on it. It's pretty convenient. I do wish on these that the air intake was out so I could put like a cone filter or something on it, just to keep sawdust and stuff from going in it. But give it a quick walk around. It does have somewhat of a fuel gauge. It's digital, okay. Looks like a pretty basic diesel heater, actually. Nothing standoutish. Let's see what the bottom looks like. See if I can adjust you a little. Pretty typical intake, exhaust, fuel line. Somebody's used this. There's a spot of diesel in there. I'm not sure if you can see that, but right there, there's a little bit of something in the line. Wonder if it was a return or something. This does not have a quick release case on it. This is screwed on. Interesting. Not that that bothers me, but just something worth pointing out. Okay, before I can really do anything, fire this up, I need a way to route the exhaust. I decided where I'm going to put it. It's actually going to go in this corner over here. It's a mess. I got to clean it up real quick. But I figure I'll exit the exhaust somewhere. And a quick update, I thought this came with leads to go to the battery. It did not, so I wanted to get some actual battery terminals for it anyways, and then I just picked up 20 feet of 14 gauge wire. I'm going to go ahead and get the exhaust and intake screwed on it. The exhaust is a lot shorter than, trying to think of a good way to do this so I can get it on the side that I want. I mounted this straight to I mounted wood to the L brackets, and then I mounted a 2x6 over here between them to screw the brackets to. That way I can still exit it that way. And I mounted the diesel heater itself at a little bit of an angle, so instead of blowing straight down the garage this way, it will kind of blow a little bit out towards this way. Hopefully that'll work. These L brackets are longer than 6 inches, so I made a couple additional holes to wind screws through. The exhaust doesn't go very low, so I have to mount it a little bit low on the 2x6. That's the reason I did that. I think it will work though. And there's actually enough room to just set the battery on that. So I'm going to go ahead and mount that up, and I'll show you what that looks like after. I just need to make sure the exhaust can clear underneath this and go down. I had to angle these to do it because this is obviously a 4x6 and this is a 2x4, so to make it fit, I had to angle this to get it straight. But I'm going. So it's not pretty, but it's what I have, and I just drilled some extra holes in the brackets to make it fit. And I did confirm my exhaust does clear this by about 2 inches. I would like it to clear it a little more. I may take like a jigsaw or something and just hoop it a little bit, because these things are so light, it doesn't really need a lot of support. But overall, it's not bad. I'll do the through hole right about here. It should work out pretty well. All right, I got the hole in the wall drilled, that mounted. So I am just gonna wrap this real quick in some thermal wrap. I do have a couple of these steel clamps, and we're really just gonna wrap the top here. You wanna overlap this a little. I don't know exactly how I wanna cut this. I should probably have 2 gloves on, but I don't. So do as I say, not as I do. That actually should do. This is about the right thickness. I need shears just to get an idea as to how long to cut it. You need really good scissors for this crap. And these Cobalt scissors aren't actually that good. Ideally, you want to get this wet before you apply it, by the way, which I am also not doing. But just like that, just something to protect it a little. Throw a single clamp. There, nice and snug. It's not going anywhere. I still got room for all the screw holes. Should work. All right, that is all hooked up. Thermal wrap around it. And the insulated through hole. Clamps are tight, up top too. So now it's time to hook up the battery, and it is getting cold. I can see my breath here in the garage, and my buddy heater's been running for 2. Okay, so battery is all hooked up. The terminals make it really easy, that's why I went with them. And the little twist locks on the back make it really easy too. Sorry there's not better light back there, but you have your positive and negative. I haven't put any fuel in it yet, but it did actually light up the second I plugged it in for some reason. Oh. Off. Jeez. I didn't expect that. I'm gonna put some fuel in it and see if I can figure out how to get it started. Okay, I'm not entirely sure if this is all correct, but I can hear the pump going. It's showing the temperature in here. It looks like it's pumping. I think it's doing a self-purge because this isn't trying to fire yet. It's just turning the fan. I don't know if I can see the oil down here yet. Yep, it's coming through. I'm sure you can't see that on there, but I can see an air bubble working its way through, so it is purging. Oh, we'll see. I'm gonna give this a little bit. My buddy heater has managed to get it up to about 50 in here. So it hasn't actually done that bad. Oh, sounds like the glow plug's about to fire. Curious to see how hot this gets. It is taking a while. It claims it's only 45 in here, although that thermometer says about 50. It could be that corner because the buddy heater's over here. Oh, it's getting louder. I think the glow plug's igniting. Maybe that's the internal temperature of it. I'm not really sure. The remote was actually already paired to this one. Well, it's accelerating. This is a lot louder than I thought it would be. And that is getting warmer. Wow, that's really warm. I can see it, there's a little like spooling up going on in there. I'm gonna let this run a few and come back. All right, this thing's kind of loud. It's been running for about 15 minutes. It's nice and warm. The screen does time out. Just in that few minutes, I've turned off that buddy heater, and it's already reading about 60 degrees in here. The exhaust is really loud too. When you step outside, you can definitely hear it. I had to move this trash can away. The through hull works really good. You can touch the bottom, and it's not even really hot, really anywhere around it, so that is doing its job. Wish I had a light to show you a little better. Right. Brought a flashlight out, but like I said, it's quite loud. But that through hull is working really good. You can touch this. It isn't even really hot all the way around, just the exhaust coming out. So I think that will work. So just some final thoughts. For 80 bucks, this thing is fantastic. It's very hot. I mean, I can hold my hand here, but it's burning it within about a minute. The pump is really loud while it's priming, and then it just kind of quiets down. You don't even hear it anymore, just a fan noise. It holds a little more than a gallon of fuel. I dumped a full gallon in it, and it was not full. And the remote was really easy to use. It's really basic. I'm actually not really sure why they would include this, to be honest. Hooking it up to a car battery is very easy too. The twist locks make it really easy. So all in all, for $80, I don't think you can find a better deal on a heater. Those buddy heaters don't produce nearly as much heat, and they're quite expensive, and propane's much more expensive than a gallon of diesel. So I think this is going to be my primary heat source out here from now on. I know this place is a mess and kind of dumpy, but you know, an hour to set it up, maybe another half an hour to drill a hole in the side. I would buy another one in a heartbeat. I hope you all like this video. My new shop heater is going to be a permanent fixture. And don't forget to like and subscribe.